Hello and welcome back to the Premier League Predictor here at the Royal Oak Pub in New Malden. Now, the current game week's still going on, so I'm not going to do results just yet. That'll be in the next video. So we're going to go straight into a topic, and then we're going to do game weeks 10 and 11 this week. We're doing a double whammy. This week I'm joined by Mikey and Lee. Nice to have you on, guys. Right, first topic. Ivan Toney. Yeah. Is he good enough for England at the World Cup? Should he get a call up?
No.
You say no?
No, it's just plain and simple no. I think so.
I think yes.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
He's good backup to Kane, I would have thought.
And I think that's the key, isn't it? Who else? You know, out of the crowd behind Kane, I think he's probably the best option.
Yeah.
I personally would go for someone like Danny Ings or Ollie Watkins over him.
Yeah, neither of them are playing very well, though.
They're not, but I don't know. I know he does score, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think he's at that level, at that standard.
Well, he doesn't miss penalties, so it's good if he went to penalties.
It's a start,
That's probably like one of the reasons why he might be considered. I mean, how many goals he got this season in the Premier League? 7 or 8 now?
Yeah, he scored, what,
I mean,
2?
why not?
Was it 2 yesterday? Or 2 on Friday night?
I mean, what other English strikers doing better than him and Kane?
He's the form guy.
Exactly.
Kane, I hate to admit it as an Arsenal supporter, but Kane is stand out.
Yeah.
After
He's
that,
start, yeah.
Nobody stands out. You might as well go with a form guy. He's a handful, you know.
And the only other one is Tammy Abraham. He's the only other.
Yeah.
That you could probably.
Calvert-Lewin's getting back to fitness, so. But
I just think if he was that good, if he was ready, why wasn't he played in the last international break? He was taken, but not played.
Maybe that Southgate doesn't like his start. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when they do the teams in November.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on to game week 11's predictions, I guess.
Yeah.
So midweek games, starting on Tuesday, we've got Brighton versus Forest.
Yeah.
So what have you gone for that one, Mike?
So I've gone 2-0 for Brighton. They're flying this season. Obviously, I know they lost actually against Brentford. But that's only this season.
A bit of a snag.
Obviously, yeah, they drew Liverpool, done really well there. Flying in terms of their league position.
I don't know if they've won in 4 maybe. Or something. Yeah, they did a bit of a snag.
Maybe I'll change that then. No, I mean, they should beat Forest.
Yeah, I think
Forest aren't playing very well. So,
Forest, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Whether it's their team, whether it's all the new signings.
When you sign that many players, they're going to take
it takes a while to gel.
So.
And like we said on previous video, it might be too late. And by that point, they might be relegated by the time they start playing.
Yeah.
So, I've gone 2-1. I think it'll be pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Forest do have a goal in them, but they just don't know how to win games at the moment. Whereas Brighton at home should be comfortable.
Yeah.
Palace Wolves.
Palace,
The next game.
So I've gone 2-0 Palace. Wolves, they haven't had a great start to the season. I know they got a win against Southampton. Was it? No, who was it? Forest. Win against Forest, but again, it's Forest who aren't playing very well.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a penalty.
Exactly.
They scored a penalty.
And they missed the penalty, Forest, so it could have been a draw.
Yeah, so away from home at Palace, it's not an easy place to go. So I've got 2-0.
You'd probably say the favourites Palace, but Wolves might be buoyed by their win. You know, they've still got some good players. Palace don't seem to score more than 2 goals in any game.
No, that's true.
Right, Bournemouth versus Southampton is the next game.
So I've gone 2 on Bournemouth.
Okay.
Purely because I think they're unbeaten, if I'm correct, since Parker got sacked. And had they beaten Fulham yesterday, they'd have been 6th in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So.
Since the 9-0 thrashing at Liverpool, I don't think they've lost.
No, that's it. So I think at home against Bournemouth, 2-1 edge it, narrow game.
Southampton, one of those teams, you don't know if they're going to show up or not.
No, that's it.
I've gone draw on 1-1 on that one. I think it'll be a KG South Coast derby. Brentford versus Chelsea, West London derby.
Yeah, I've won 2-1 Chelsea. Again, I think they're unbeaten since Potter's come in. Brentford are a little bit. Again, you don't know what you're going to get at Brentford. They beat Brighton, but then they also lost 5-1 against Newcastle.
Yeah, this is the thing. At home, they play differently, don't they? Brentford?
Yeah.
This one was a bit of a difficult one. I've gone for a narrow 1-0 Chelsea. I think there will be a goal in it.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think last season it was 1-0 to Chelsea. It was quite a close game.
It's not going to be. Well, hopefully not going to be a big win for Chelsea.
No. Right, Liverpool, West Ham. As a Liverpool fan?
That's a Liverpool fan, yeah. 2-0 West Ham. 2-0 Liverpool. Hoping at the Anfield advantage is an advantage. West Ham not hitting the heights of last season. So yeah, we've gone 2-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, I've gone 1-0.
It'd be nice if we did keep a clean sheet for once.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'll take a 1-0. Would you take a 1-0?
I'll take a 1-0.
Even if it is a cagey one, I'll take it.
When he wins, I'll win at the moment.
Yeah, West Ham are tricky. They started poorly, but
Yeah.
they have been playing better.
They drew 1-0 today with Southampton, so
Yeah, so
they're
you would put your money on Liverpool on that one.
yeah. I mean, West Ham are going to frustrate Liverpool, sit back,
Yeah.
try and take a point.
Like last season, we lost 3-2, wasn't it, at West Ham? It was a really difficult, one of the most difficult games.
Yeah,
Might have cost us the title that game.
probably did.
Right, Newcastle, Everton.
2-1 Newcastle.
Yeah, I've got the
So-
same on that one.
I think Everton are very strong defensively this season, as much as people didn't think they would be. This season, hard team to beat, but they don't score many goals. Like St James's Park, though, you fancy Newcastle.
Yeah, I think Everton don't tend to travel well. They obviously lost to Spurs.
Yeah,
Newcastle are flying,
yeah.
so home crowd. It should be pretty straightforward.
I hope so.
Man United, Spurs. We've got the same one on that one.
Same one, yeah, 1-0. Man United seem to be hitting a little bit of a wobble. Not a wobble. It's just they seem to be still playing really well. Like when they beat us, they're flying.
They don't seem to beat the teams they should be beating.
No, that's it.
And if they do, it'd be, by a goal.
Yeah,
So yeah, I've gone a draw, same as you.
yeah. I think Spurs.
If I had to choose someone, I probably would have chosen Spurs.
Yeah, possibly.
What do you think, Lee? Spurs?
I agree with you. I think because it's at Old Trafford, I think draw's the right way to go.
There's no Arsenal this week. The Arsenal City game is not on for some reason.
The Europa League game.
Yeah, that's it.
got
Yeah,
PSV
had to postpone
instead.
it.
Yeah.
So, right, let's move on to the penultimate one, which is Fulham Villa.
Yeah. So I've gone 1-0. I did originally go 1-0.
Yeah, see, you changed it.
Probably going to come back to bite me, but I've gone 1-0. Just I think Villa don't tend to lose a lot of games. I know they lost today to Chelsea, but they don't tend to lose a lot of games. But they don't win a lot of games.
They're just really struggling. I don't know why.
No,
I feel like Gerrard might be one of the next ones to go.
probably. Yeah.
They really should be playing a lot better than where they,
With the players
should
they've
be
got.
top half of the league.
Yeah. They're not very consistent.
I've got put for them to win. I think they're really good at home.
Yeah.
Villa just aren't doing anything really.
No.
It could be the game where Gerrard gets sacked. Who knows?
Yeah. If he's still there by then,
Well, yeah, exactly.
you never know.
And the final one, Leicester versus Leeds.
Yeah, I've gone 1-0 Leeds.
1-0 Leeds.
1-0
Okay.
Leeds, away win. Leicester, as we know, haven't been any good this season.
The home form's good.
Yeah, I think
Probably should have beat Palace.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably should, but that's the thing, they didn't. So
Yeah.
they're not scoring goals. They're leaking goals.
Leeds started well, not playing so well now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tight game.
Yeah, I've actually gone 2-1 Leicester on that one.
2-1.
I think Leicester will get their second win of the season at home to Leeds. Alright, so that is the midweek games. We're going to go straight in to the following weekend's games, game week 12, I believe it is. And Lee, you're going to be doing these. So let's start with the early kick-off on the Saturday, which is Forest Liverpool.
Yeah, so I've gone for 3-0 to Liverpool. I think Liverpool are showing signs of getting it together. Forest, I think you hit the nail on the head. 22 new players, was it, at the start of the season?
Crazy.
It's going to take them a while to gel. So I think it's a bit too early for them still.
They had a lot of loanies the season before,
Yeah.
so they needed to sign players, but it's obviously signing the right players who work well in the team. So
Interesting selections though. So Lingard not getting in the side,
yeah,
things like
they
that.
keep
So
changing it every
yeah.
week. It's almost like they're trying to discover who they are. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what have we got on that one?
Next game was that?
Or for the Liverpool one?
So 3-0 to
3-0,
Liverpool.
right.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
4-1, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Confident.
I feel like they'll just get a silly goal and then, like we did against
score first.
Rangers.
Probably score first,
probably
like every team
score
does
first.
against us.
Yeah.
I think once we score a couple, their heads will go. Could be a few. That's why I got 4.
Yeah.
Everton versus Palace.
So I've gone for 1-1. I think two teams destined for mid-table. Both fairly solid, finding a little bit of form, perhaps Everton. So I've gone for a 1-1 draw. Bit of a cop-out, maybe.
Yeah, they're kind of draw specialists, both of them, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals in it. I've actually gone 1-0 Everton. I think Everton's home form is definitely better than their away form. Palace don't tend to travel that well. They both have good home records.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
So if I had to go one team, it would be Everton on that one. Right, City versus Brighton. What are we on that one?
I've gone for another 3-0 to City. I think Brighton are creaking a little bit after a good start. City, I mean, pick a number. It depends how many.
Exactly, roll with dice.
Isn't it? Yeah. I mean, he looks unstoppable. You've got, if they stop him, there's somebody else waiting to step up and score. So 3-0 could be more, maybe.
I mean, they've got a couple of days extra break because they don't have a midweek game, so you think they'd be fresh.
Yep.
Could easily be 5-6. Who knows? I've actually gone really controversial on 2-0. Not like put a draw or Brighton win, but 2-0 City.
Always go 5-0.
Brighton can be difficult to beat, so that's why I think
fair play.
2-0. Chelsea versus Man United, probably a game of that week. What do you think on that one?
So I've gone 2-0 for Chelsea. I think Potter's starting to get them together. They're showing signs of improvement. I don't think United know what their best team is. So for that reason, gone for a Chelsea win at home as well.
I've gone Chelsea as well. I think United will score. I think it'll be a good game. I don't think Chelsea keep a clean sheet. I mean, I know they're playing a bit better now, but they have had hiccups.
Issues. Reece James now injured as well.
Exactly, he's out.
That's an expensive back three, though, isn't it? For us to be saying that they'll concede.
I think both on Chelsea on that one. Right, Villa, Brentford.
I've gone for Villa. I struggled with this one a bit, but because Villa are at home 2-1, I think they've got quality in that team. They just haven't quite brought it together yet. I hope they give Gerrard a bit more time, actually, but I've gone for 2-1.
Like I said, he might be gone by then.
Yeah.
And they might have someone new and they might want to
impress.
Yeah, exactly. I've gone a draw 1-1 on that one. I think they'll probably cancel each other out. Villa won't want to lose it. Brentford, I think, might be a draw. Villa, I think they take that. Leeds, Fulham is the next one.
So again, I've been quite impressed with Fulham. They surprised me a bit.
Yeah.
I think a lot depends on Mitrovic's fitness.
Well, now he's back. Well, the worries that he was going to be out for a while. Came back, scored, didn't he?
So I think for that reason, I've gone for Fulham to score, but it's still to be 1-1. I think fairly evenly matched teams.
I've actually gone Leeds on this one. Edinburgh's a tough place to go. Fulham might struggle a little bit with it. The atmosphere, I don't know. I've gone just one single. I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals. Leeds will need something. Because then people start questioning Jesse Marsh, whether he's any good now, because he's had problems. Right, Southampton versus Arsenal. Your team?
Yeah, so I'm an Arsenal supporter, but Saints are my second team because I went to uni in Southampton, and Nathan Teller's dad works for me as well. So I've got tenuous links to Southampton. He's not
there at the moment, though.
No, he's on loan at Burnley and doing really well. But a few Saints fans surprised at them letting him go out on loan.
He's he was one of their best.
Good player, and he plays in a number of positions. But I've gone 3-1 Arsenal. I think they're on form. I think we still look a little bit shaky at the back at times, even with Saliba in there. So 3-1.
They're not conceding a lot of goals though, Arsenal.
No.
They seem really strong at the back as well.
And they seem to get lots of lucky decisions as well that go in their favour.
Well, maybe controversially, I don't necessarily think it's just about the back four. I think we've realised that Granit Xhaka is not a holding midfield player, so you move him out of there, we look much more solid.
I think the signing of Jesus and holding on to Saliba has made a huge difference to Arsenal. That's that core.
Yeah.
Although I see PSG are after Saliba already, so
he might be already gone by the summer.
That's a shame.
I've gone 2-0. I think they'll keep a clean sheet. Southampton. Just don't know what to say at the moment. Wolves Leicester is the next one.
I've gone for 0-0 with this. It might be the first time I've selected 0-0.
It should happen.
Just both teams struggling with goals, with the odd exception. Leicester banged in a few, I think, against Forest, but I've gone for 0-0. I think they'll both be cagey, both teams under a bit of pressure. So
I've gone for a draw as well. I don't think there's going to be a lot in it. Maybe the odd penalty or something like that. I think a draw. I think both teams will have to withdraw on that one. Spurs Newcastle. That should be an entertaining game.
It should be. Yeah, two good sides. Through gritted teeth, I've gone for a Spurs win. But I was sitting next to Nick's cousin Rebecca, who's an avid Spurs supporter. She told me 2-1, so I've gone with that. Okay. Finn supported that scoreline as well. Okay, so if it's wrong, I'll blame them.
No bias there from the Spurs fans. I think they will win. I think there'll be a lot of goals. I can see it being a lot of goals. I put 3-2, which is a bit bold. I could see it being, probably one of the games of the week. What do you think, Mike, on that one?
Both teams not the strongest defensively, but both can score goals. So yeah.
Would you go a high-scoring game, or
would I?
Or would you go for a draw?
Probably a Spurs win, narrow Spurs win. Because it's at Spurs. If it was at Newcastle, I'll probably go for a narrow Newcastle win. Yeah.
Right, the final game of the weekend's game is West Ham versus Bournemouth. What have you got on that one?
So I've gone for 2-0 West Ham. Bournemouth done really well since the caretaker manager's taken over. I just think West Ham will have too much for them, particularly at home. So 2-0 to West Ham.
I think this might be the game where Bournemouth lose their streak.
Yeah.
I think West Ham's going to be a tough place to go. Hopefully, they would have lost to Liverpool and they will 1 point and they'll want to win.
So
hopefully that will buoy them to win. But I'll put 3-1.
Yeah.
They've got a lot up front. You know, Skamaka's playing well, isn't he?
Yeah.
This could be the point where Bournemouth come undone, maybe. I don't know. Right, that's all we've got time for. We're going to go for one game in the second game week to get your predictions in. That's going to be the Spurs-Newcastle game. So get your predictions in the comment section below. If anybody gets it right, you'll get it pinned. And that's it for this week. Please do like this video and please subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 100 subscribers before Christmas. Fingers crossed. So yeah, that is all. Thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you.
And thanks, Lee,
Thanks,
for joining
Ben.
us this week.
Thanks, Mikey. Thank you very much.
See you in the next video. Cheers.